Good evening and bienvenue, my fond fair rouge raiders. This is your humble narrator, Diomedes Rouge, here to bring you, well, something new, but something similar. As you well know, well, if you've been keeping track of, what if Deku was in Mass Effect universe? Well, then you'd realize that a certain someone was introduced in part 3, a Mr. Bell Cranell. Well, this is his story. Is it ready? Yes, sir. Everything's going green. Should be. The operation is a success. So far, everything has been properly distilled and the vat is seeming, well, let's just put it this way. Doesn't look like anything can be done now to stop it. Even if we wanted to. It almost sounds as if you're regretful, soldier. No, sir. This is a culmination of several years of work and research. But sometimes I do wonder about the efficacies that are involved here. It's common. We are a, well, Black Ops team. Especially considering that most Alliance branches have considered us to have gone rogue. But that should not stop us. We must make humanity a power in this galaxy. And that must be through any means necessary, including, well, genetics. But cloning? Really? It's less cloning. We're artificially creating. Remember, cloning is where you take someone's base genome and, well, hardly alter it and bring it forward. What we're doing is, well, we took several genomes from seven of the most powerful human biotics currently enlisted in the Alliance military, as well as a couple that have been, earthbound and in private sector jobs. And in turn, we've distilled them all into one perfect being. I have to admit, I'm quite proud of myself. But sir, relax, Private, relax. I'm not saying, pardon me. You put more than your time, share, and energy into this as well. I'm not going to try and hog the spotlight. That's not who I am. That's not what I was saying, sir. Oh, then what were you saying, Private? Simple. Won't he be... We're bringing a child into existence for a military company. Won't this be awkward? No. There have been a few projects in the past that have revolved around utilizing children. Just look into Project Zero when you get the chance. Boy, how that was a disaster. What do you mean? We obtained access to a few high potential biotic children. They were utilized in the wrong manner, trying to distill the perfect biotic power. Unlike us, who are dealing in proper research, those bastards were barbaric, and it cost us millions. Tens of millions, in fact. Paying slavers, paying kidnappers, paying tolls, paying tariffs, paying bribes, paying for food, housing, shelter. It cost Cerberus millions. It was not worth it. If anything, it was more asinine. But this, we can focus on one child at a time. Bring out the fullest latent biotic potential of humanity and distill it down for generations to come. And now all he'll need is a name. What should his name be? Maybe Adam? No. What? Why? Too symbolic. Adam, Eve, no. It'd be too easy. He needs something that can help him blend in. I mean, it's just a name, yes, but you also have to factor in. Our name is Cerberus. The first place we ever made and were a part of was in the Hades Gamma cluster. One of the first bases we ever had was on a planet named Zeus. Do you really think that it's a good idea to go naming things symbolic when we're trying to lay low? Maybe not. Exactly. Besides that, we want to give the boy a good impression. He'll be starting off at 4 years old, after all, with implanted memories. We'll have to get him trained as he grows. Make a reward and hate system. Carrot and stick, if you will. Okay, but what's the plan once he gets older? Simple. We'll have him go through the Alliance military. Have him set up with a few keywords. Keywords? Yes. I'll have it to where he'll be a sleeper agent. He won't even know until he hears the words. And once he hears those words from, he'll do as his mental programming suggests. But, sir, to do that to a child, he won't be a child forever. And we will make it to where he knows that. So calm down, Private. Besides, we still need a name. Bell. Bell? Why Bell? Serviceman Cronell. Serviceman Gerald Cronell died protecting research data involving this particular subject from a field of STG officers, an STG team. He always did say he liked bells. So Bell Cronell. That's really what you're going with, sir? It's... What? I mean, sir, you're just going well, one's for honoring him, and the other one's because, honestly, we need a name, and we can't use anything symbolic. So, shut up and deal with it. I mean, if that's the case, why not just make a series of numbers? I mean, he's just a kid. Shut up and deal with it. We need to have an emotional connection. A series of numbers doesn't spawn that. And eventually he'll wonder why. He needs an abusive system possible, mentally or physically. But why? Simple. We want it to where he can trust us. The more he trusts us, the more likely we are to get what we need when he gets older. Uh, okay. A few years pass by. As Bell has gone through some minor training and exercises, he's 10 years old at this moment. Good evening, Bell. Hi. Um, uh, relax. So, what do you have planned for today? Oh, Nurse Jennings was gonna take me off to what was it? The playground. Ah, I see. And what are you gonna do there? Well, from what I'm told, we're going to do some tests we're going to build castles and stuff out of the sand. Impressive. Well, you have a fun time, Belle. Yes, sir. As Belle runs off with the nurse behind him. But before then, she stopped. How's it coming along? Quite excellent. He's able to use his biotic barriers to reinforce and structure sandcastles at an alarming rate. Far greater than I would have expected for someone of his age. The experimental L5 implants are very useful for him. Good, good. Anything else to report? He does seem to be getting a bit bored with the standard exercise drills. Permission to kick things up a notch? He's only 10. How is he getting bored with exercise drills? Already, those exercise drills are equivalent to... Yes, kick it up a notch, but make sure you keep an eye on his safety. We don't need him tearing a muscle or anything else like that. The elusive man is not one to forgive the damage of, well, you know. Yes, yes, I know. Don't worry, I'll make sure that our prospect is well taken care of. As she heads off. This is gonna be a very weird week. Why do you say that? Hey, Jesus Christ. Belle's been getting more and more restless. Oh? And by the way, you sneak up on me like that again, I'm gonna kick you in the nards, you jackass. Oh, calm down, Professor. There's no need to be too testy. After all, me and you are on the same team. You're with security detail. I'm with my own research division. So what the hell do you want? I'm just wondering why you were so anxious. It's almost as if you're expecting something. Belle's been getting more, as I said, Belle's getting more and more restless. There's more and more scenes of him at night getting up out of bed and trying to run around the base, or pick his lock to his room, or trying to sneak through the ventilation shafts. Have you reprimanded him? Yes, I have. But he just wants to play. He's 10. He's already got the mental acuity of most teenagers. Not to mention the sheer fact that he's also busting through barriers like I never believed possible. Literally or metaphorically? Both. His biotic potential is more off the scale than we originally thought. Combine that with the sheer fact that he's, well, so young. It's quite terrifying. If anything, I say right now his biotic potential is on par or even exceeding that of Subject Zero back when we recorded her profile. Impressive. Yes, and terrifying. Do you not know what these implications mean? What's that? He severely risks running himself low, running his metabolism dangerously low. How so? For hell's sake. Biotics don't come freely. There's always a cost for power, especially one like Bell's. The strain is put on his metabolism rate. Well, his metabolic rate, I should say. Just like with all biotics. Using their powers and such, their body has to compensate for for generating that power. Using their electrical nodes as well, an engine. If he isn't careful, he could fry himself. But at the same point in time, there's a reason why he's always hungry. So you're saying him eating as much as a full-grown man is on par with accuracy. If it wasn't for the sheer fact his potential is so great and his power is so damn, well, astounding, I might have called it a failure. Oh? Why is that? Well, simple. Super soldiers are fine and everything, but if you can't feed them, if you can't store enough food to feed the damn things, then there's no point. But if we're talking about just short-range shock troops, maybe. I don't know. Calm down, Professor. The elusive man will be pleased. I know he will be. This is my work. But at the same point in time, something feels off. I don't know what it is. As we cut to Bell, playing and having fun. Building castles with his barriers and biotics, and then just running through them. I'm bored. What's the matter, Belle? The nurse asks. It's only me here. It's only you. It's only me. You said that I might get a chance to see other children. It's been like this for years now. Why am I always so alone? Belle, you're special, I know. It's always, you're special this, you're special that. You can't risk showing off in front of others. I don't want to show off, I just want a friend I can talk with. Belle, it's not that simple. What? Is there something wrong with me? Is there something I say, or is it how I look? No, Belle, you look perfectly fine. Breathe. Remember? Breathe. Yeah, I remember. Good. Now, how would you like some food? Food? Yes, some food. Oh, I'd like some food. What would we be having? Hmm. How's a roasted chicken sound? And steamed vegetables with cheese sauce? Yes. Hmm. And and a good, nice, ice cold glass of milk. Any dessert? Chocolate chip cookies. Yay! Boom! He head straight to the mess hall. Like, as she brings out her communicator. Well, I should say, her Omni tool to try and you contact the director. We may be having a problem. What's the matter? We've accounted for all his other stimuli, but we've forgotten one major thing. Oh, what's that? He's a child. And humans are social creatures by nature. Hanging around us is fine for him, but right now, mentally, he's falling behind due to not having, well, exposure to other children. So you're saying he may begin to lag behind developmentally from other, well, humans, just from sheer social starvation. He's not amongst his peers, so he's always amongst us. So, children need to be with children in order to grow properly. If they aren't, they wind up losing their goddamn minds and becoming tiny little sociopaths. Either that or they become so hell-bent on the rules that it's like trying to deal with a Turian with a 10-foot pole shoved up his ass. Okay, I can see this is a very touchy subject. No shit. You're currently depriving a child from being his own person. Now, come now, it's not that bad. We have him on watch 20 hours a day. The only time he sleeps is on a 4-hour period because you think it will help encourage better growth. One, he is a child, not an adult. They need longer rest periods, even if he is an uber soldier. Two, he doesn't need to train this often. He is a child. His muscles are still developing. Three, he needs to be around others so his brain can properly work. Nurse Hestia, I highly suggest that you calm down and get back onto your proper tasks at hand. And I highly suggest that you stop telling me what to do. My job is to take care of the boy, to watch over him and keep him safe. That is what I'm doing. You will not interfere with that job. I don't care if you're my superior. I was told that my patient, my rules. He may be your subject, but he is not a guinea pig. Correction, Miss Hestia, he is. What was that? I care about the boy more than you think, but I know his significance. He is a prototype, a tool that we are using to measure the pros and cons of new assets. He has plenty of flaws, do not get me wrong. However, as time goes on, we will break him out of his shell. And if not, he will be disposed of properly and immediately and make way for the new generation. You can't be serious. He's a child. Service is supposed to be all about protecting humanity. Cerberus is about securing human dominance. And sometimes sacrifices will be needed and made. So I suggest you keep him in line and on target progress. Unless you want to see poor Bell, well, no longer useful. Do we have an understanding, Nurse Hestia? Yes, we do. Glad to hear. Over and out. Any problems? The nurse getting overly attached to the subject. But aren't you attached as well? Not to her degree. She is like an overbearing mother when we need her to be a nurse. Well, women are able to easily bond with children. You should have factored that in. That was the whole point. We needed her to bond with it. We didn't expect her to bond with it that much. He is a prototype. The first one from the first batch. So you're saying you have others. Very many. But we've been told to put this project on hold until we can find a more stable compound to, well, bring them forward. Stable? Bell is the elusive man likes the idea, but he does not like the time constraints. How slow it is. He views it as, well, irritating. I told him it would be best to have this as a backup plan. Make the children as time progresses and use them sparingly. He wanted an immediate army as soon as possible. Honestly, it's taxing to say the least. Well, I'm gonna hit the hay. I've been up already for 3 days. The stimulants are nice and everything, but right now they're running dry and I know I'm still human. So I'm gonna go take my rest. Very well. See you later. Right. As they part ways, head nurse Hestia is, well, coming up with a very, very strange plan. As Bell is devouring his food, she walks over to him and, well, taps him on the shoulder. Hey, Bell. Yeah? Let me ask you something. How would you like to play a game later tonight? Later tonight? But won't I get in trouble? Only if we're caught. Okay. What's the game? Don't worry. I'll tell you more after we get to your room tonight, okay? Okay. Now, pardon me one moment. As the day progresses and eventually ends, as the nighttime rises, Hestia enters Belle's room. Belle, are you awake? Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, shh. Belle, you gotta be quiet. Okay, what are we doing? Simple. We're going to play a game of hide and seek. Hide and seek. Yes. I want you to hide yourself as she attaches a Omni tool to his wrist. I want you to hide and follow these directions. over to the docking bay. When you get there, I'll explain more detail. But you gotta remember, you have to play well. Hide and seek. You have to hide from everyone, including me, up until you get there. If you do so successfully, I'll give you a reward. Okay? Okay. As Belle proceeds to do so. After Hestia leaves, of course. I can't believe I'm doing this. As she begins to walk around, Belle is going, "Awesome! I haven't had an adult play with my games before. This is so cool." As he sneaks through the ventilation. Bum bum dun 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 dun. This is so much fun, like those very old movies from the 20th well, that the field commander keeps on sight for some strange reason. Oh well. Dun 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 dun. As he soon realizes that the ventilation does not go straight to the docks, as he'll be forced to wait for a couple of guards to pass underneath him and drop. As he does so, he uses his biotics to help him land more gracefully, as he then uses them to coat his body and, well, run at, I would say, a bit lighter pace. And what I mean by that is, instead of running and creating a lot of noise with each footstep's now carrying him 5 to 6 feet, as he lets the biotics essentially move his body as if it was in 0G. Dun 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 dun. Oh crap! As he jumps up onto the ceiling and kind of pushes himself in place in a corner, and watches as 2 guards pass underneath him. Easy, easy. He drops to the ground. Okay, 80 more feet to go. Alright. As he finally gets towards the exit. How do I get out of here again? Crap! As almost as soon as he's asking that, the doors almost magically open, as if someone purposely did so. He goes, "Awesome!" And he goes out into the dockyard and follows the, well, map given to him on his Omni tool. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There! Wow, this is a strange place. Huh. As, well, after a couple of minutes of extreme boredom for Belle, Hestia arrives. Okay, Belle, are you doing good? Yay, what's my reward? Simple. We're going to take a field trip. A field trip? Yeah. You're going to see a bunch of people. And, well, believe me when I say you're going to enjoy this. Kids around your age and such. Okay? But are you sure? Yes, Belle. I'm perfectly sure. But you have to get into the bay now. But you have to get into the shuttle now. As soon as she says that, the alarms at the bay start firing up. And almost as if an air raid is underway. Guards begin to mobilize, stomping and charging throughout the base, trying to figure out where Belle is. It says, go now. Wait, what's going on? Belle, you need to get out of here. Okay? You need to go. The people inside here, they'll bring you to a Grissom Academy. You'll be safe there. But wait, what's going on? I don't understand. Belle, just run. Okay? Go. Now. But wait, what are you doing? What's going on? As she, kisses him on the forehead. It's been a... It's... Oh. Stay safe, Belle. When you get to where you're going, tell them that Cerberus is the reason you're here. Wait, what? As she shoves him inside the, shuttle that's designed to take off. Well, it certainly does. As Belle's wondering, wait, what's going on? Miss Hestia! As the shuttle launches, and it takes evasive maneuvers. As Belle's trying to figure out what's going on. Sit down, kid. What? Who are you? None of your business. Sit down. What do you mean, not my business? We have to go back. Miss Hestia is still down there. I know, kid. She's the one that hired me to bring you along. Hired you? Wait, what's going on? What do you mean, hired you? What? Shut up and sit down, you stupid brat. Brat! Don't make me hurt you, big bully. Yeah. Anyways, I'm here to rescue you. Rescue me? I don't need rescuing. You have no idea, do you, kid? What do you mean? What's going on? Listen, I'm a merc. Hired by your friend down there. More than likely she's dead. Dead? Dead? What do you mean dead? You're dealing with a paramilitary organization. The only reason we're doing fine right now is due to our stealth drive, but it's not top of the line, so we're gonna have to be careful for a little while. If you shut up and keep quiet while I pay attention to the radar and make sure we don't get blasted out of the sky, well, or rather, into the ozone, then I'll be glad to tell you anything you want to know. Okay. No problem, asteroid boy. Asteroid boy? Well, that's where you were living most of your life, right? On that asteroid? Nice and remote. Very few people coming to examine y'all. Plus, plenty of minerals and everything else to keep this money chain flowing. Brilliant idea, really. As after about an hour and a half, well, Belle begins to ask more questions. What's going on? Relax, kid. We're home free for now. So, you are the youngest Cerberus operative I've ever seen. Cerberus operative? Well, that is what that marking on your little uniform says. Or rather, I should say indicates. Huh? Wait. Cerberus. It's the name of a, former Black Ops group. They're basically terrorists now. Pro-human agenda and all that. What? I don't understand. Just calm down and listen. Your teacher got tired of the experiments they were doing on you. On me? Yeah, on you. Believe it or not, from what I've been told, you're Well, not even from there. Huh? Cerberus has a knack of kidnapping human kids and raising them, and I use the term loosely, and becoming good little toy soldiers. Looks like your teacher there finally had enough and decided to pull you out of it. Try and give you a better life. Well, congratulations, kid. Welcome to your better life. I don't understand. Don't worry. We're heading to Grissom Academy. At Grissom, well, they may be able to help you. If not, they'll put you on a shuttle and ship you off to Earth or somewhere else in the Terminus system. I really don't care. All I know is I was paid good credits to get you from point A to B. Then, then, what about, as I said, she's likely dead. But why? Because she got you out. Got me out? You have no idea, kid. They were using you. What? You were a research subject, a guinea pig, a lab rat. Cerberus may say they have human interests at heart, but they say that to cover up the atrocities they commit. Believe me, I know that better than anyone. Now, sit your ass down and be quiet. Otherwise, it's going to be a very annoying ride. As we cut back to Hestia, being surrounded by Cerberus troops. Did you really think that was wise, Miss Hestia? No, not in the slightest. But it was necessary. Necessary to sacrifice 10 years of training and over 13 years of research. Necessary. You have set my life goal back over 2 decades. You call it necessary? Yes. Pray tell, why is it necessary? Simple. Because no kid should be raised under monsters like you. Oh? And pray tell, where's the kid going? None of your damn business. Uh-huh. Well, if you won't tell us now, there's always later. Contain her. Bring her in for questioning. Make sure that I can get every bit of information I can from her. I won't tell you a damn thing. Good. It'll make breaking you that much easier. As well, we cut back to Belle arriving at, well, Grissom Academy. Huh? What is this place? Space station. Anyways, see ya, kid. Wait, what? As several Alliance officers rush out there to try and stop the guy before he even takes off, wondering, wait, what the hell just happened? Did we just get drive-by? Did we just get a drive-by drop-off? Yeah, looks like it. Guy came up here, dropped his kid off, and ran. What the actual hell? What's your name, kid? Belle? Belle Crenell. Your name's Belle Crenell. You know, I used to know a Crenell Bay back in the day. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you. But what's gonna happen to me? Well, first, let's get you inside and have you talk with Miss Sanders. As they bring him inside, trying to make him as comfortable as possible, they bring him over to Miss Kelly Sanders and, well, hello there, young one. Hi, ma'am. Please, call me Miss Sanders. Hello, Miss Sanders. Would you please tell me what you're doing here? I don't know. You don't know. No. I, I, as suddenly his Omni tool begins flashing. What's this? He presses it and an automated message comes up on display. Hello, Miss Sanders. My name is Hestia. I am a nurse, well, the head nurse of Cerberus Project 053729, also known as Humanities Restart. What? No. Before you ask, no. I am no longer with Cerberus. I cut my ties when I chose to rescue Bell. He is a brilliant young man, but there is something you need to know about him. There is a file put on this Omni tool that will tell you everything you need to know about him. All I ask is that you please take care of him and keep him safe. Cerberus may still come after him. I can't let that happen. Okay. The message ends. Hestia. Is everything alright? She stayed behind. It's gonna be okay, young one. You've been through a lot. Here, why don't we get you cleaned up and all that? As she goes over and takes the Omni tool off of Bell. But don't worry, I'll give it back to you. I just need to borrow it for a few hours while you sleep. Okay. As Belle gets brought to a bed, as she begins to examine it. Oh my God. What's the matter? Call Admiral Hackett now. Contact Admiral Hackett. Contact Anderson. They both need to see this. As they get cut into the conference call. Well, that's awfully strange. We usually don't get messages like this from you. Yes, what's going on? What's going on, Kelly? Cerberus has been cloning people. What? Cerberus? That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Didn't they just disappear? Correction, Anderson. They went rogue. They officially no longer exist within the Alliance military. However, it looks like some remnants of it still remain and are cloning people. From this genetic sequence alone that I was able to get access to, they tried making the ultimate biotic. Ultimate biotic? Yes. What do you mean by that? I'm sending a profile to you now, as they both get profiles of young Bell. Okay, he's a child, so what am I looking at here? That's his genome. His DNA. It's been It was created using the DNA, the RNA of several elite biotics. In addition to that, you can see it, right? Yeah. See what? What are you talking about? The kid's body is under tremendous strain. It's gonna need constant medical attention as he gets older. What? The bonding process isn't fantastic. It's great, but not perfect. It's as if the genomes are rejecting each other. They're going to need proper splicing and proper gene therapy in order to stay, well, intact as he gets older. Probably a security measure from Cerberus to make sure that they're, well, soldiers couldn't live without them. I see. Anything else? Yes. This child's dangerous. And if there are more like him, Cerberus needs to be investigated at once. How dangerous are we talking about here? Sir, I don't know. But right now, just examining the biotic abilities, his potential is far greater than that of most of my young adult students here. Most of the people here. He's able to finally control his biotic power while at the same time being able to release it in a high explosive yield. To be frank, I would be scared sending him on the battlefield, not for what would happen to him, but for what would happen to the enemy. Once he got older, at least. He's that powerful, you say? If he was trained properly, yes, but I don't know. Maybe we could put something on him to restrict his power? Why should we do that? Well, biotics are, well, their power comes from the metabolic rate. Basically, it comes from your own body's internal energy. It usually comes from over excessive amounts of neural, well, needless to say, if we were just to leave him as he is, he could wind up unintentionally destroying something you don't want, at best. And at worst, if he uses too much of his biotic potential, he could leave himself turning into a puddle of goop. You're joking. No, I'm not. Quite literally, if he used too much of his power at one time, from the looks of it, and estimations, the sequence would unbind itself and his body would just liquefy due to no proper bonds or cellular bonds. He would just begin to rapidly decay. So, what do we do? Our best bet would be to try and, well, limit his potential, so to speak. Try and attach something to him that could decrease his overall yield from his biotic power. Something like a dampening collar or something akin to that. I see. Do you think that would work? Most definitely. It would keep him from overusing his power and at the same point in time allow him to live a lot longer and happier of a life. And quality of life is what we're looking for here. Right. Very well. I'm assuming you wish to take command over the young one? For now, yes, sir. He should be around children his own age. We have a small program for, well, children here that are from that are from rescued from slave runs and such like that. If nothing else, when he gets older, we can send him to Earth. Once y'all get a proper place set up for him, here that or one of the other Terminus system planets. Alright, Kelly. Thank you. Right. Thank you, Miss Sanders. Hack it out. Anderson out. And that's where I'll end part one, guys. Well, of this part. Oh. Or rather, I should say, this is where I'll end part one of What If Bell was in Mass Effect. Bye for now.